Hello everyone and welcome to the official EHF Europa Cup season 38 group stage draw. And in the next around 30 minutes, I guess it will be a bit less, but still around half an hour, we'll be drawing the teams into the groups of the tournament. And next week, the first round of the competition will start. Season number 38, which team is going to be the winner after the group stage and the knockout stage, we'll find out in about 6 weeks. So without further ado, I'll just go through the drawing process really quickly in case you're not familiar with it. Basically, we have 32 teams in the competition. Um, all the 32 teams are split into 4 drawing pots based on their EHF ranking. The EHF ranking is calculated based on the team's performance in the EHF club competitions, meaning the EHF Europa Cup and the Champions League as well. Of course, the teams which reach the quarterfinals will be promoted to the Champions League next season. But in case they fail to sign up on time, they can play the Europa Cup as well. So yeah, the 32 teams, as I said, are split into 4 drawing pots based on their EHF ranking. The top 8 teams with the best EHF ranking are in the first drawing pot. Then from position number 9 to position number 16 are the teams in the second pot, and so on, the third and the fourth drawing pot. Basically, I will draw one team from the first pot and we'll place that team into group A. Then we'll draw another team into group B, another team into group C, and so on until we have all the groups filled. And then the teams from the first drawing pot will be drawn, and then we'll move on to the second drawing pot. So I think it's pretty much self-explanatory what I said. We do that for many seasons now, and it's time to start with the draw. So as I said, we're going to draw the teams from the first drawing pot, and we'll go through them really quickly. So here are the teams we have. I'll just read them really quickly. So what you see here is their team rank. Then you have the team name, obviously. Then is the country number. So for example, 38 is Belgium. And then the last number is the EHF score for the particular team. So we have in the first drawing pot, we have Jarisa FC Czech from the Netherlands, PAOK from Greece, Hapoel Indy from Israel, Saletova Expedicija from Bosnia and Herzegovina. We have Helfenstein from Germany. We have Olympique Marseille from Cyprus and Atletico Persebe from Spain. So those are the teams from the first drawing pot. And now let's see which team will go into Group A of the EHF Europa Cup season 38. So we're going to spin the wheel. Also, I'm using the Wheel Decider website. And the first one is FC Czech. So FC Czech going into Group A of the tournament. And after they are drawn, they will automatically disappear from the wheel, and 7 teams will remain. So the team going into Group B is the 6th placed Helfenstein 76ers from Germany. Moving on to the team that will be drawn into Group C, and that is the top ranked team, Jarisa from Belgium. Up next in Group D, we have Hapoel Indy from Israel. Actually, this is the full name of the team. Now moving on to the next group. And we have PAOK from Greece, a former Europa Cup champion. Then in Group F, let's see which team will be drawn into Group F. And it's going to be Olympique Marseille from Cyprus. Next up is Group G, only 2 teams remaining, Atletico and last season's champion, Sarletova from Bosnia. And here they are, Sarletova Expedicija 09. They will be playing this season in Group G after they failed to sign up for the Champions League on time. So now they will be playing in the Europa Cup. And finally, the last team, just to make sure everything is correct, is Atletico Perseve from Spain. They're actually with the weakest, the lowest EHF ranking. So here are the groups. In Group A, we have Czech, FC Czech from the Netherlands. Group B for the 76ers. Group C for Jarisa. Group D for Hapoel. Group E for PAOK. In Group F, we have Olympique Marseille 2019. Group G for the current champions, Saletova. And Group H, we have Atletico Perseve from Spain. So this concludes the first drawing pot, as I said. Moving on now to the second drawing pot, where we have teams from position number 9 to position number 16. So I'll just go through them really quickly. FK Tuva from Latvia. We have Leo Valesa, 2 from Ireland. We have the big black violators from England. We have Mount Team Tortellona from Bulgaria. We have the Web Fellows from Switzerland. We have CFKA L. Oliver from Ireland as well. The Kangaroos from Belgium and AC Parma from Croatia. So those are the teams in the second drawing pot. And now let's see which of them will be drawn into Group A and which team will join FC Czech in the first group of the competition. So we spin the wheel now, and the first drawn team is Web Fellows from Switzerland, who are currently on the 13th position in the ranking of the teams who play in the competition. So they will be joining FC Czech in Group A. The team going into Group B will be AC Parma from Croatia. They will be joining the German Helfenstein 76ers. Also, I apologize if I pronounce your team name wrong. I'm just doing my best here. Group C is going to be for FK Tuva. They will be joining the Belgium side Jarisa. Actually, FK Tuva are top of the second drawing pot, and Jarisa were top of the first drawing pot. So possibly the group of that forming right here in Group C. Now let's see in Group D who will join Hapoel Indy, and it's the Violators, the big black Violators from England. They'll be playing in Group D. Moving on to the second half of the groups. In Group E, we're going to have FC Tortellona. So I will be joining PAOK. Actually, fun fact here is that PAOK really frequently sends me a challenge, but until I log in to accept the challenge, he already has another match scheduled. So I'm not sure if I ever played against him. I really have to check, but yeah, Now we're definitely going to play against each other. So a Balkan derby between Tortellona and PAOK Bulgaria against Greece right there. Next up, let's see. We're going to have Leo Valesa 2 from Ireland. And they'll be joining Olympique Marseille from Cyprus. Now, second to last group, let's see who play against the defending champions, and it's going to be CFKA Oliver from Ireland, the other Irish team in the competition. Basically, both Irish teams were in the same drawing pot, so they couldn't play against each other in the group stage. Finally, in Group H, with Atletico Persebe is going to be the Kangaroos. Basically, Atletico were bottom of the first drawing pot and the Kangaroos are second bottom in the second drawing pot. So a very, very interesting group in Group H as well. So this concludes the second drawing pot. Here are the groups really quickly. FC Czech and the Web Fellows in Group A, Group B, Helfenstein and Parma, Group C, Jarissa and Tuva, Group D, Hapwell Indy with the Violators in Group E. We're going to have PAOK and Tortellona in Group F, Olympique Marseille and Leo Valesa 2. Group G is going to be for Saletova and CFKA. Group H has the teams of Atletico and the Kangaroos. So this was the second drawing pot done, and moving on to the third drawing pot, where we have the teams from position 17 to position number 24. So I'll go through them really quickly. You see them on the left hand side of the screen. We have NK Mango from Slovenia, NK Mango 28. We have FC Lier from Romania, FC Grappa players from Costa Rica. We have Hapoel Tel Aviv from Israel, FC Krendos 3 from Estonia, OB Herons from England, El Oliver from Ireland, I think from Spain, sorry, his first team is from Ireland. El Oliver is from Spain, and the final team from this drawing pot is Neutral Ground FC from the US. And now let's see which team will go in Group A alongside the Web Fellows and FC Czech. So we spin the wheel for the first drawn team, and it's FC Krendos 3. So FC Krendos 3 going into Group A. Actually, his first team won the EHF Champions League last season, so it's going to be interesting how his anniversary team will perform in the competition. So definitely not the easiest of groups, but will be interesting for Krendos. Up next, we have in Group B, NK Mango 28. So NK Mango 28, the top placed team from this drawing pot. I mean, the team with the highest score, EHF score, and they will be joining Parma and the 76ers. So the Slovenian team will go into Group B. Moving on to Group C, and we have El Oliver from Spain. El Oliver from Spain will be joining Jarissa and FK Tuva in Group C. And now let's see which team will join Hapwell and the Violators in Group B, and that is going to be Grappa players from Costa Rica. So Grappa players go into Group D. Second half of the groups, the next drawn team is going to be Neutral Ground FC. So Neutral Ground FC, the team with the lowest EHF score in the third drawing pot, will be joining PAOK and Tortellona in Group E. So moving on is Group F. Spin the wheel, only 3 teams remaining, and it's FC Leer. FC Leer from Romania going into Group F. 2 teams to go. Let's see who joined the champions from last season. And that is going to be OB Herons from England. And finally, we have only one team in the drawing pot left, and that is Hapoel from Israel. There they are, and they'll be joining the Kangaroos and Atletico in Group H. So those are the groups so far. Group A, we have FC Czech, Webfellows, and Krendos 3. We have Group B with the teams of the 76ers, Parma, and NK Mango. In Group C, there are the teams of Jerisa, Tuva, and El Oliver. In Group D, Hapoel are joined by the Big Black Violators and Grappa players. In Group E, we have former Europa Cup champions PAOK, joined by Tortellona and Neutral Ground. Group F has the teams of Olympique Marseille, Leo Walesa, and FC Leer. In Group G, current champions Saletova are joined by CFKA and OB Herons. And in Group H, the final group has the teams of Atletico, the Kangaroos, and Hapoel. So this is the third drawing pot done. And finally, we have the fourth drawing pot having teams that are without any EHF points. Here are also the new joiners in the tournament. So I'll just go through them really quickly. We have Antwerp Rovers from Kyrgyzstan. We have Erwan Hattrick Club from France. We have Kanaurats from the US. We have NK Slovenia Vas from Slovenia, obviously. We have the Growing Kedars from, I think they were from the US. Let me check really quickly. The Growing Kedars, or they were from, no, they are from Lubnan, so the Growing Kedars. We have Efidia from Romania. We have the Tactical Assassins from Bahrain, and we have Muga Segele, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but they are from Ethiopia. So those are the 8 teams in this drawing pot, and let's see which team will be drawn into the first group of the tournament. And those are the Tactical Assassins from Bahrain, and they go into Group A. In Group B, the second drawn team from this drawing pot is going to be NK Slovenia. NK Slovenia, and they will join their countrymen from NK Mango, so 2 Slovenian teams in that group, joined by Parma and the 76ers from Germany. Now let's see which team will go into Group C, and that is going to be Erwan Hattrick Club. They go into Group C. Group D will be for Efidia team, Efidia from Romania. They didn't match with the other Romanian team FC Leer, so Efidia will be playing in Group D. Now the second half of the groups, Antwerp Rovers from Kyrgyzstan will be going into Group E. In Group F, let's see which team will be drawn there, and it's Kanaurats from the US. So Kanaurats going into Group F. Then we have Group G with 2 teams to go. And it's going to be a close one, but it is FC Mughal Segele from Ethiopia. Definitely a new joiner in the competition, and what a way to enter, play against the champions from last season. And the last team from this group stage draw is the growing Kedars, another anniversary team. There are quite a few anniversary teams in the competition. There are also anniversary teams in the Champions League, as far as I'm aware. But yeah, definitely the teams from the anniversary league picking up the pace and start to be competitive. And also, if some managers missed the chance to qualify for the upper division in the first season, then basically they have nothing to play for, and I understand totally why they're joining those tournaments. But still, back to the group. We have the group stage draw done. I'll just go through the groups really quickly. In Group A, we have FC Czech, Webfellows, Krendos 3, and the Tactical Assassins. Group B, we have Helfenstein, Parma, Mango, and Slovenia Vas. In Group C are Jerisa, Tuva, El Oliver, Ervan. In Group D, we have Hapwell Indy, the Violators, Grappa Players, and Dia team. And in Group E, we have PAOK, Tortellona, Neutral Ground, and Antwerp Rovers. Group F is for Olympic Marseille, Leo Walesa, Lier, and Canorats. In Group G, Seletova, the champions from last season, are joined by CFKA, Herons, and Muga Segele. And finally, in Group H, we have Atletico, the Kangaroos, Hapwell, and the growing Kedars. So basically, the final positions of the teams in the groups will be shuffled by the computer. So you won't see, for example, FC Czech being on the first position in Group A. They will be shuffled in order to generate the matches. So each team will play 3 matches in the group, 2 at home and 1 away from home, or 2 away from home and 1 at home. Depends on the draw, but this is totally random, and the games from the knockout stage will be played, all of them will be played on neutral ground. So we have a nice little schedule going on, with half of the teams, half of the matches being on Tuesday, then the other half on Wednesday, and finally we're going to have the final played on Saturday. I'll just tell you the exact date. So on the 24th of June will be the final of this season's Europa Cup. So basically, we have approximately 2 months and to find out which team will lift the trophy. Are we going to see a second trophy for Saletova in a row? We'll find out on the 24th of June when the final will be played. So thank you very much for watching this draw. Thank you for joining live if you're watching it live, or if you're watching it on the replay. Again, thanks for your patience. Hope you had fun watching the draw. Basically, it was nothing too special, but still, this is a transparent way to show you how I do the draws. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Good luck in the competition if you're playing. If you're not, have fun watching the games, and I'll see you around in the forums. Bye bye.